What up, y'all? It's your boy, Steez.
Who?
And I'm back here again with another video. Now, I know I was gone for a little while. My bad, y'all. Y'all miss me?
Fuck no, baby.
But, yo, I got a question to ask y'all. Y'all remember when Chingy and Nelly had a beef?
Hell no.
Now, a little while ago, there was a video on TikTok explaining how both Chingy and Nelly had a beef. And I noticed in the comment sections, there was a lot of niggas that didn't even know they had a beef for real. So I decided to go ahead and make a video about it. Some of y'all might be asking some questions like, why did they beef? How long was they beefing for? Did they even squash the beef? Why was Nelly's dumbass walking around with a band-aid on his face? See, these is the questions that I asked myself when I first heard about it. But it's all good, I got y'all covered. Now, if you don't know who Nelly or Chingy is, it's all good, let me explain. Nelly is a rapper from St. Louis, Missouri. He's most famously known for wearing a sweaty ass band-aid on his face, having some of the biggest hits in the early 2000s, wearing Air Force Ones, having some crazy ass teeth, and dating Ashanti fine ass. Chingy is also a rapper from St. Louis, Missouri, who's also known for his hits in the early 2000s, having a very unique and catchy flow, and being on a random ass episode of George Lopez.
Baller, baby. Holiday Inn.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Anyways, as y'all can see, like I mentioned before, both of them had hits in the early 2000s, and they were very both popular on the rap scene at that time. Nelly got his career started in the early 90s. He was a part of a group called the St. Lunatics. He eventually dropped his debut album Country Grammar in the year 2000. Now this album cemented Nelly's career, and it put St. Louis on the map. As for Chingy, he was still a new artist at the time, and he wasn't as known as Nelly. However, back in 2002, Nelly actually brought Chingy out on tour with him. Now you might be wondering, how the hell do Chingy and Nelly even know each other? Well, shut your dumb ass up so I can explain. See, in Nelly's group, the St. Lunatics, they had a member named Ali. Ali had a brother named M.O.D. and he was best friends with Chingy. Chingy and M.O.D. been best friends since they were 6, so obviously that means Chingy will be around the St. Lunatics since he's best friends with Ali's brother. Chingy and M.O.D. ended up recording a lot of songs together, and they liked those songs so much they decided to create a group. The name of the group was called 3 Strikes. Now Ali and the St. Lunatics manager T Love heard those songs, and they ended up liking them. They liked them so much they actually wanted 3 Strikes to open up for the St. Lunatics on tour. And according to Chingy, Nelly even came up to Chingy and told him that he wanted to sign him. Not even the other niggas, just him. Chingy just laughed it off and said, nah, I can't leave my group. That nigga real for that. However, the group actually did end up breaking up, and Chingy was working on his solo career. Now things at first did seem like they was going good. Like I mentioned before, in 2002, Nelly was bringing Chingy out on tour with him. This helped bring more recognition to Chingy and also opened up a door of opportunities for him. Now initially, both Nelly and Chingy were under the impression that Chingy was going to sign with Nelly, but unfortunately things didn't go that way. See, when Chingy was on tour with Nelly, he didn't really feel all too welcome. That's because he wasn't really pleased with the slot that he had. He felt like Nelly didn't really put in that much effort to promote him or to even go see him perform. He even stated that when fans tried to come back and get an autograph with him, Nelly came and shut that all down. Like, damn, this nigga a hater for real. Due to Chingy's bad experience with Nelly, he decided not to sign with him and instead signed with Ludacris label DTP, which stands for Disturbing the Peace. Shortly after that, he released his debut album Jackpot, which had songs like Right There, Holiday Inn, One Call Away, and the album ended up going double platinum. Now of course Nelly was pissed off by this because, like I said before, he had intended to sign Chingy to his label. He also felt disrespected by something that Chingy said. Apparently Chingy said that Nelly and them didn't play any role in him getting signed, so that pissed Nelly off. Things took an even bigger turn when Ali called Chingy up and told him he was gonna blow his head off.
Damn,
I ain't gonna lie, I think that's wild as hell. Like, damn nigga, why you that angry? Bald niggas always angry all the time. What's up with that? Bald niggas, let me know in the comment section. Why y'all always be mad? But anyway, Chingy of course was kind of confused by the call, and he was in the car with his manager Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu snatched the phone from Chingy and they were both going back and forth. Now if you didn't know, things between the St. Lunatics and Ludacris was a little weird because Ali accused Ludacris of biting Nelly all the time. So I think Chingy signing to Ludacris pissed him off a lot. That's just my theory though. In an interview with Flip the Script, Chingy actually mentions the exact time he knew them niggas had a problem with him. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the clip right here for y'all and let him explain that.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew, oh, Nelly has an issue. We had a show in Arizona. A lot of big artists on there. Me, Chris, Nelly, a lot of big artists. This photographer I know came and got me, and he wanted me to take a picture with Nelly. He went and got Nelly. Nelly came. When he seen who he was taking a picture with, that nigga looked, and he turned around and walked off. I said, oh, okay, it's like that. This is how it is. It must be really. Now, mind you, I don't have a problem with nobody. Us and they camps, everybody, we good. Nobody's tripping. But I think Nelly and Ali was the ones on something. That's when I recognized Nelly had an issue with me, though. He had to. But I don't know the issue.
So as y'all can see, Chingy is still confused about what the issue could be between him and the St. Lunatics. And things start to get even worse. Within that same interview, Chingy actually says that a guy he knows named DJ Bishop, who's a DJ obviously, made a mixtape. And on that mixtape, he had some of Chingy songs and he had some of Nelly songs. However, the way he organized all the songs and the verses made it seem like Chingy and Nelly was dissing each other. After that mixtape dropped, people on Nelly's side and people on Chingy's side was starting to think it was an issue. Things started to escalate even more after that. Everybody's favorite angry bald nigga Ali from the St. Lunatics dropped a diss track against Chingy. And then Chingy fired back with a diss track rapping over the Wankster instrumental. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. I think both of them tracks was ass.
For me.
Keep in mind, both Nelly and Chingy were not sending no diss tracks towards each other around this time. It was strictly between Chingy and Ali's Rockhead era. However, all of that would change when Nelly dropped his 2004 album Sweat. Because on that album, he has a song called Another One. And on Another One, he has some very interesting lyrics on there. So this country ass nigga done hopped on this song. And in the second verse, he says, I said, I like the way you do that right there. Just remember why you do that right there. I made it tight to be country. They thought country was bummy until country started making money. Now they all in Kentucky.
He's illiterate. He can't read.
Now, I mean, obviously, anybody with a brain inside their head know that he's making a reference to Chingy. And when Chingy heard that, he took that as disrespect. And nigga, real talk, anybody would, cause I would've. Now, Nelly said that he actually wasn't trying to disrespect Chingy, believe it or not. But he did say that he said that line as a way to say that he needs to pay respect to him. Because remember what I said earlier in my video. He was pissed at Chingy for basically saying that he didn't help him get a deal or blow up or whatever. So yeah, he just pretty much felt like Chingy wasn't paying him no respect and that it wasn't a diss. However, not everybody looked at it that way. And like I mentioned before, Chingy didn't look at it that way. He felt disrespected. So I mean, obviously Chingy heard the song. Chingy was most definitely heated about it and he made a diss track. Now on this diss track, he actually hopped on the instrumental to right there and rapped over it, and this nigga cooked Nelly. Now nigga, this song was not like the song that he had aimed at Ali. This nigga was barring Nelly up. In the song, Chingy actually sampled the line that Nelly said, where he says, I like the way you do it right there. And then he uses that as the hook on the diss song. So it pretty much just sounds like Nelly is singing right there by Chingy. And then after the chorus goes off, Chingy goes in and starts ripping him up. He starts off the song by saying, I'm going down, down, baby, yo street in the Range Rover. Say another word, this AK, I have your brains hanging over. For those of y'all that don't know, one of Nelly's early hit songs was called Country Grammar, same name as his album. And in the hook he says, I'm going down, down baby, yo street in the Range Rover. So just like what Nelly was doing to him, using one of his songs and choruses to pretty much mock him, Chingy did the same thing back to him. And like I said, this song is pretty fire. That nigga Chingy really did rip this nigga up. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I really do think you should check this song out if you didn't hear it. So yeah man, obviously things are pretty heated between the both of them. But what you probably didn't know is they tried to squash it early on, because one day in Vegas, Chingy and Nelly bumped into each other, and Chingy told him that he wanted to talk to him, and they both tried to have a conversation, but it just didn't go good. Apparently both of them had some drinks in their system, so the conversation went left.
I'm drunk, he drunk. We not getting nowhere. He trying to say we both was drunk. Nigga, I don't even drink like that.
So now you got two country ass niggas in the casino arguing. Everybody just confused because it's a whole nigga moment going on. They both disrespecting each other. Nelly rip off that sweaty ass band-aid and flings it at this nigga. Just crazy. So yeah, pretty much the conversation ain't go nowhere and the beef was still on. And I'ma be real, Chingy crazy as hell for thinking he could actually have a civilized conversation with this nigga at this point in time. Cause nigga, you done disrespected the hell out of this nigga in that song. I wouldn't want to talk to you either, nigga. But hey, it is what it is. And apparently Chingy did have another diss song that was leaked. It's called We Got, but don't listen to that, I think it's ass. However, even though Nelly didn't fire back, things still started to escalate even more. Unfortunately, this started to affect St. Louis. See, for those of y'all that don't know, St. Louis, Missouri got a high crime rate. And during this time, when Nelly and Chingy were beefing, the streets started to get a little bit worse. You got niggas in the street who know Chingy, and you got niggas from the street who know Nelly. And you got niggas from both of their neighborhoods. So things was getting pretty heated. Chingy even said that one day his little cousin called him up and said that he saw Nelly in his Bentley and asked him what he wanted him to do. Obviously, Chingy told him don't do anything, but I'm just saying all that just to let you know how crazy things was getting. After all that happened, Chingy pretty much knew that eventually things would have to come to an end. Now, Chingy actually has said that he would see him multiple times and things would just be awkward between them. Chingy even said that he actually went to his house to talk about the situation again, but the conversation went a little bit off track, so they didn't really get to have the grown man conversation that they probably should have had. However, one day Chingy was in the airport and he actually bumped into Nelly's sister, Jackie Donahue. When she saw him, it was all love, and she said nothing but positive things to Chingy and told him that she was proud of him. She even told him not to worry about her brother and eventually he'll get off his high horse. Before she left, she told Chingy that she had one wish, and that wish was for him and Nelly to resolve their issues and to be cool again. Sadly, not too long after that encounter, Jackie passed away from cancer. After that, Chingy knew for sure that eventually him and Nelly would really have to resolve things. He just didn't know when. Now, soon after all of that, Bow Wow had his Scream tour, and both Nelly and Chingy were actually a part of the Scream tour that year. Chingy knew he was going to see Nelly that day, but he didn't really have any intention of talking to him. However, all of that changed as soon as they hit the stage. They performed, gave each other dap, and ever since then, things were cool between the both of them. And this was the official end of the beef. And to this day, things are still cool between Nelly and Chingy. From all the interviews that I've seen, it appears that they still talk to each other and still FaceTime each other every now and then. And both of them have performed together on several occasions, so things between the both of them are pretty good. And it's good to see that Jackie's wish came true. But I will say I did hear a different version of this story. Apparently Chingy called Nelly's cousin and they agreed to do a sit down and have a whole conversation. And apparently they had a conversation and squashed it. But my guess is that this took place before the Bow Wow tour, because in the Beef 3 DVD, it seemed like they squashed it, but it also seems like there was still a little bit of resentment there. Because when Nelly was talking about it, he was kind of just waving it off. I mean, the way he was acting, he seemed like he still had a little bit of resentment towards Chingy. But I don't know.
Fuck is he talking
and
about?
in most interviews, Chingy says that the beef ended at the Bow Wow tour, so I'm gonna just go with that. But anyways, man, that's pretty much it. Shout out to both Nelly and Chingy. Just making this video brought back a lot of good memories for me. I mean, I was a kid in the early 2000s, so I got to see all this happen in real time, and it was really cool to see both of them on the come up and hear all the music that they put out. The early 2000s was most definitely a time to be alive.
Old as fuck.
Anyway, shout out to Nelly and Chingy. Shout out to Hip Hop Historian 8 on TikTok for the inspiration. Shout out to y'all for watching my videos. Speaking of watching my videos, go ahead and watch all my old videos, nigga. I need the views, especially my Drake video. Y'all niggas was sleeping on that. And also, sorry I've been going for a long time, y'all. A nigga's an adult and he got responsibilities and all that. But I plan on dropping more frequently in the future. Anyways, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.